Hey sunshine, welcome to my channel. This is Capari and I'm so stoked to have you here. I hope that you guys are having an amazing day and that my reading can uplift your spirit even more. And just know that you guys are always being loved and protected by your spiritual team any day and any time. So guys, we're back to another love reading. This time we're going to look at your next love interest. So this is going to be mainly an energy update as of what you guys are attracting into your life as of your next love interest. So we're going to look at who they are, their overall vibe, what they are experiencing in life, what they're going through, and then we'll tap into tarot as in your first impression of them and their first impression of you. Anything that spirit wants you to know will be in the tarot portion. So guys, we'll get into your tarot selection. So we have 3 piles to choose from today. Pile number 1, you'll be this beautiful romantic tarot deck and also the rose quartz. I hope it's focusing. Pile 2, you've got this beautiful what's this color again? So Below deck. There's 2 different types of decks. So that's Us Above and this is So Below. And your crystal is the labradorite heart. Alright. And pile number 3. This deck of yours is I think it's called the Pump Girls. The Pulp Girls tarot deck. This is what it looks like, and your crystal is the amethyst, like an octagon. Sorry, it's a hexagon star. There we go. So as always, guys, take a deep breath into your heart space. Allow your heart to guide you to the right reading. And once you're ready, scroll down to the timestamps below. And I shall see you guys in your reading. Hey there, pile 1. If you chose the rose quartz and also the romantic tarot deck, this is gonna be your reading. All about, pop that there, who your next love interest is. So I might use your person or your love interest interchangeably in this reading, so just so you know, if I say your person, it means it is your next love interest. So let's tap into their energy, shall we? Let's have a look. We have gossip, light attributes, awakens consideration for the feelings of others, honoring trust. We also have the Fool, light attributes, fearlessly revealing emotion, helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. Very interesting. And we also have number 26, resolving conflict. We have number 9, Sagittarius, expand. And then we also have number 14, truth be told. Wow, that's a lot of, it's a lot of conversation. Oh my gosh, the 5th chakra, the 3rd chakra. I was saying there's a lot of conversation going on here. I feel like this person's very like gregarious, or like they just use their voice a lot. We have Guardians of the Land, protection 21. We have finding. Okay. Oh wow, pile number 1. your person, your next love interest, I really can see that they're a very outgoing person, or they are not afraid to say what's on their mind. Like, I find them really like, they stay true to themselves. This is something that's so prominent. Like, they're not afraid to like voice their opinion, but they're also very like discerning when it comes to receiving information. Let's say if they are receiving like information in regards to you or in regards to their friends and family, like they're not going to take it you know, to their heart. They're going to be very like discerning when it comes to hearing from the grapevine, so to speak. They are very discerning. They're very cautious when it comes to like handling information that they may hear, or handling information that may be like from a third party, or like from a different source. And I really feel like they cherish things that they can feel, and things that they can ultimately see, and ultimately, you know, have an evidence of. Like, if they see things, if they connect with you, if they connect with a certain person, they would use their heart, they would use their logical brain to really finalize a judgment before they write this person off, or like before they decide to trust this person. I feel like there's a lot of things it has to tick a lot of their boxes before they can fully trust a person. Yeah, not that they're insecure, or like not that they are very defensive when it comes to themselves, but yeah, they are protective of themselves. They're protective of their energy. That is why they're very discerning when it comes to trusting others, when it comes to like even revealing their emotions. I feel, yeah, I feel like sometimes they don't show a lot of themselves when they first meet you, or when they first meet like other people, like acquaintances. They don't show a lot of themselves. They don't like to reveal that they are smart, or like that they are witty, or that they have their life figured out, or you know, whatever project they're dealing with. I feel like they will reveal a little bit about themselves, and they will like be very discerning. They will be more curious about you. They will be more curious about who they are dealing with. Yeah, and I do feel like there is this sort of like wall perhaps between their heart and other people, because they have learned to like be more cherished, or be more protective of their own energy, because I feel like maybe in the past their energy has been taken for granted, and I feel like people don't appreciate them as who they are. That is why I feel like they're very protective of themselves. Like, even if you shower them with love and with affection, it will take them a certain amount of time before they decide to trust you, before they decide to let you into their life. Yeah. But yeah, they are very discerning. They don't tell lies, even though they don't reveal a lot of themselves, even though they're very private kind of people. They do not tell lies. They won't tell you they don't fabricate a story just to tell a story about themselves, if you know what I mean. Like, they are very straightforward. If they don't want to tell you something, they will rather say to your face that, oh, I just don't want to get into that, rather than like fabricate a story, or you know, tell you a lie about what they've done. And that's inherently who they are. They're very genuine, they're very authentic, they don't like telling lies, they don't like, even sometimes if it hurts people, I feel like they are not afraid to tell the truth, or not afraid to tell people off because of like the way that, you know, they treat others, or like, you know, if they see injustice, I really feel like they will voice their opinion. Like if they see someone bullying somebody else, or if they see any sort of like injustice, if they see any sort of like things that is not balanced, things that like, you know, like maybe people are like yelling at someone on the street, or like being racist on the street, and I feel like this person's going to stick up to that person. They will stand up to protect whoever is being bullied, because they are very genuine. They believe in equality, and they really give a lot of people the benefit of the doubt. Even like, as we said before, like they can hear something bad about a certain person, but they don't like finalize the judgment. They don't come to a conclusion that this person is bad before they actually see this person, before they get to know this person. They will still give this person the benefit of the doubt, to really get to know this person before they decide to not trust them, or yeah, they decide to like distance themselves. They believe that every person has equal opportunity, or like everyone's just inherently equal. And they also think that humans are fickle. They also think that humans like can be emotional. Humans can be led to like, I don't know, different paths, or like different conclusions based on what they feel, rather than the objectivity of the circumstance. Like if they've been told off by, like, say, their parents, for example, they will feel very bad, or they may feel like, I don't know, frustrated, or like pissed off, or like, you know, harbor a lot of like anger towards their parents. And I feel like this person is the kind of person who will like have a logical, analytical debate with their parent, or like, you know, with this person that they may be having grievances with, and they will like lay out all the logical facts. They will be as rational as possible. They won't let their emotional brain to like override their the judgment. They won't allow their emotions to cloud their judgment. They will remain in this very logical and rational place to to either talk it out with a certain person, or to either weigh out the pros and cons and see who has more facts, or who has the upper hand, and who stands in the righteous ground. Very interesting. Yeah, I also see this person is very free-spirited, very like adventure loving. As we said before, they might be very outgoing. They may enjoy meeting new acquaintances and friends, and like making new connections. But I feel like at the same time they are, I guess, trying to make sense of where they are at, or where they stand in this world. Because I feel like in the past they may be really having to mask a lot of their emotions, and there may only be very few people who know them like on a very deep level, who like they can really talk to. whom they can really like express themselves unapologetically. There's a lot of people who are just like superficial friends around them, and there are so few people who are like genuine friends to this person. And I feel like this person is trying to find like the deeper meaning of life, or like the deeper meaning of maybe they're soul tribe, or like maybe they yearn for that like spiritual connection with somebody, but they cannot find a certain person who shares the same amount of like vulnerability or like emotional security, who's basically like, who understands where they're coming from. Because I feel like this person has been seeing a lot of like superficial people, or like fickle people who just comes and goes, and who can be emotional, and they're not stable. Whereas this person yearns for someone who is more stable. They want to be able to share like an intimate connection with somebody, like, you know, who is their equal, who is like yin to their yang, or yang to their yin. And I just feel like sometimes they may be what do you call it, like dreaming or daydreaming about a certain connection, or like a certain people that will come into their life, that they will be able to be themselves again, and be able to be comfortable around, and not having to put up so many layers of like, you know, shields, or like mask, or just hiding themselves in general, like from people, from the society. Most of the time they prefer to do things themselves, even though they may not mind making new friends. I feel like they know that there is something deeper that they're not seeing, that there's something that is, it's like this deer, it's like someone who'd be able to understand them, but they don't know who they are. They just feel like someday I will find this person who knows who I truly am, and I don't have to pretend anymore, or like I don't have to be so closed off anymore, because it freaking sucks, like, you know, having to like constantly put up a facade, or constantly put up a show. Maybe I feel like they could hide their emotions as well with the Fool card, even though they're not afraid to speak their truth. But when it comes to, you know, hiding, I guess they may feel their emotions as a weakness, or like showing that they feel lonely, or showing that they feel vulnerable is a sign of weakness. That's why they rather cut themselves off from people, because they think people may judge them, just like how they may be judgmental of others sometimes. But I feel like, you know, they're yearning for this right person who will not judge them for who they are, who will embrace all their insecurities and all of the quirks, all of the eccentricities, basically. Like, this person, pile number one, is really deep. Like, I feel like they see things most people don't see. Like, they can be very philosophical, even though they're not spiritual. I just feel like they may be aware of, like, you know, law of attraction, or like maintaining like a high frequency, maintaining a certain like level of, you know, emotional state to manifest, or like to draw in the things that they want. But at the same time, the things that they're drawing in, they're not truly satisfied, and they feel like there should be something more for them. And sometimes they struggle to find, like, you know, is this the end of it? Is this how life's supposed to be for me? Or is there something more? Or is there someone who will like understand, like, just, you know, we don't just wake up, go to work, come home, repeat, you know, like we're not robots. Like there's so much meaning in life where, you know, a lot of humans don't really look into, or like they just refuse to see the truth. And I feel like they want someone who's on the same boat, or who's on the same page as they are, and willing to explore life with curiosity, explore life like in a deeper meaning, perhaps, and able to have adventures together, and finding their path. I feel like they're on this path of like finding the purpose, or finding this soul tribe, or this connection that they really yearn for, that they know they can no longer like be cut off from the society. They no longer can hold back their emotions. They need somebody, or they need to be able to fulfill themselves, to be able to have something that really motivates them, that really drives them, that really gives them this sense of purpose. And I feel like whatever they're dealing with right now, they're not satisfied. They just feel like it just feels like there's a lot of fake people around them. It's just a whole vibe that I'm getting, yeah. Okay, so right now we'll get into the tarot, and we'll look at the first impression of you, your first impression of them, and also like any other things that you may want to know in regards to this, you know, union, or in regards to like meeting your love interest. So what's the first impression of you, pile number 1? The first impression of pile number 1. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords, and then we have your first impression of them. Okay, we have the Chariot, and then other things you might need to know in regards to this person or this connection. Oh, okay, we have the Hierophant, and then advice from Spirit. We have, it's kind of like, okay, we have the Hermit reverse, and back of the deck we have the Page of Pentacles. Alright, so let's get straight in. So pile number 1, I think the first impression of you is kind of like, it seems like you guys are very guarded. It's maybe you guys were feeling like this connection, or like this person is a little bit fickle. You may feel like this person is very immature, they don't have a lot to give and offer, and you sort of like, yeah, this is like the player type, or like this is kind of you know, not really serious, and like you guys don't really give this person a lot of your energy or attention. It feels a little bit distant. This person thinks you are kind of cold, kind of, you know, nonchalant about, you know, them coming towards you. Or you can be very not self-absorbed, but like you are very you're just very occupied with your own stuff. Like whatever is going on when you guys meet, I feel like you guys, pile number 1 is going to be just very occupied by whatever you're dealing with. Let's say you are dealing with a work situation when you meet, or if you are hanging out with your friends, or if you are just with your group. it just feels like you're not very interested in this person, and like you're just very occupied with your friends. This person might be like asking for your number, you're kind of like, no, I'm not interested, and just resume hanging out with your friends. But I feel like this person is kind of seeing you as somebody who has, you know, has a lot. They see you as someone who is kind of guarded, who's kind of like distant, who's kind of like, you know, but there's a treasure behind it. It's like this labyrinth, or like this what do you call it, those, like, you know how Tomb Raider is like going into a tomb and there's like a lot of challenges, a lot of traps in it, a lot of like boulders and arrows and, you know, things like that they have to go through, and then to ultimately get to the treasure. It feels kind of like that. um it's a little bit dramatic, but it's it's like you're hiding a really, you know, ultimate treasure within you, and it's like you're not giving it to them, you're not, you know, like entertaining them, and they feel very intrigued by you. Yeah, that's basically the vibe that I'm getting here. You may turn them away in a very cold manner as well, because yeah, I just feel like there's this sense of like you don't think they are mature enough for you. They could be younger, but also just you feel like they're just players, or you feel like this person is not serious, or this person just like mucking around, like, you know, by being like flirtatious with you, but they really just, you know, do that to every single woman or girl. And this is how you approach them, you know, like you just brush them off, you don't really want to associate with them. But there's this like opposite energy to you as well. Like you guys are very warm and very loving when you guys are with your friends, but it's just, you know, when you are with when they try to get to know you, when they try to approach you, you come across as cold, or like indifferent. But when you guys are like conversing with your friends, or like associate having a conversation with your group, it feels like you're very open, it feels like you're very easy to talk to, and it feels like you guys are very intelligent in their eyes. Like this person see you, this love interest sees you as someone who is very like, yeah, intelligent, someone who has it all together, someone who knows the value of others, and who knows how to set boundaries. And I feel like they really admire you because of that, because of how well you present, like how well you set your boundaries, or just the overall vibe that you're giving to this person. But yeah, I feel like deep down you guys are really passionate. Like there's so much passion within you guys too. Like you guys are generally loving and nurturing, but like this person ain't getting any of that. Like I just feel like you're saving all your passion and energy and like attention to your group or to your friends, and it just makes this person a little bit upset, or it just makes them feel a bit distant from you. They may feel like, oh, they can never get to, you know, see you, get to like become your friend group. Yeah, interesting. Now your first impression of this person, of your next love interest, you've got the Chariot card. It does seem like, you know, you're sort of thinking this person as someone who's fast moving, who acts on impulse, and this is probably what that person was doing or is going to do. this person's going to like act on impulse. They're just going straight for it. They know what they want, and they're just gonna, yeah, they're just gonna go straight for it. And you guys are really seeing that. You guys are, I guess, being overwhelmed by this energy, and it's kind of like a little bit maybe too much to you, with the Chariot card. But it's also Cancer energy, so like they can be stable, and deep down they are quite emotional as well. But I guess the first impression is like you don't know what they want, or you're kind of like overwhelmed by this person. Is like maybe this person may come across as hot-headed, impulsive, or like very intense, very in your face, and you're kind of like a bit uncomfortable, because like Chariots is really fast, you know, it's like rushing, but you're not used to that speed, and it's kind of hard for you to like catch up to their speed or catch up to their pace. I feel like you feel like you don't know where they're going. They can be quite unpredictable, as well. You may think they are like immature, unpredictable, kind of, you know, fast moving, and they're gonna move to the next target. Yeah. But at the same time, I feel like you wonder if you could actually like keep up to their speed, or if you could, you know, actually be going, you know, on this journey together. I do feel like there's this like lingering thought in your mind that you may wonder, like, you know, if I say yes to this person, if I decide to like hang out with this person, what is it going to be? But the first impression is kind of like overwhelming. It's just too fast, too quick, too hot-headed. It doesn't seem stable. It doesn't seem long-lasting. That's your first impression of this love interest. But I feel like they can be very balanced too. It's something that you guys are like wondering, even though they may come across as like impulsive, but like the more you get to know this person, I feel like you will understand they're actually very balanced, like underneath, you know, like we talked about how they can mask their emotions, and they're not afraid to speak their truth. But I feel like the more you get to know this person, like this person will find the space and time to open up to you slowly, and to let you into their inner world, and just to allow you to step into like, yeah, you know, this is who I am, and like let you get into the world, let you to like share their experiences. Okay, so other things you might need to know. First of all, Taurus energy with the Hierophant, and also this might be a high level commitment with the Hierophant card here. Like this person is quite serious about it. They really may look at you as someone who like they can have a long lasting future with, and that they're very serious about it. They have put in a lot of thought before approaching you. And also like this could happen if you really want it, you know, if you really kind of want this to happen, because they are very open. As we said before, this person never tell lies. They're always like very true to their heart. Whatever feelings they have for you is genuine. It's not like you know, a lie. It's not fabricating a story. And you know, I feel like they really want a solid future with you, and they can see the future with you too as well. Like, I feel like there's a lot of harmony. There's a lot of, like, you know, with the balance energy, like there's a lot of harmony. They really think like you guys balance each other out, and they are serious. They also see you as someone who is serious about their future, who is like very mature, who is willing to put in the work. Because like they've seen a lot of fickle people, a lot of people who are immature, who are like superficial, but they see you as totally different. They see you as someone who, yeah, as we spoke before, you guys are very like protective, and you guys are serious about, you know, yourself, protecting yourself. And I feel like they really admire that of you. And I feel like my voice is like lowering as well as I get into this part. So I do feel like they have their gentle side. They may not just be the impulsive, hot-headed. They can be very gentle. They can be very like loving and nurturing. But most people don't see that part of them. You know, because they're very serious behind the doors. Like they are very with the Taurus energy, like they're very grounded, they're very serious, they like to move slow, but they conjure plans, you know, together in a very meticulous way. So they make sure they're not just, you know, in their head. They make sure that this is not a fling, or like whatever they are feeling towards you is valid. They already thought about their emotions. They already thought about, you know, like the possibility of you guys building a future together can be very high, can be very mutually beneficial. That's why, like, I feel like they are willing to make the offer to you, like a very serious offer. But after that period of like really going within and really like thinking what they want in life and what sort of future they want to build, and they see you as the equal counterpart, and they see you as someone who is, you know, very similar to them, and who has the same quality and who has the same amount of love and kindness and time and effort to give in building this situation, in building this connection together. So yeah, I'm getting all serious, like getting into this energy. Interesting. So your advice would be kind of like getting out of this hermit phase. I feel like it's Virgo energy, and if you have been like, I guess, out of the dating game, or if you have not been dating for a while, like it's time to like embrace, you know, the real world again. And we can not live in a hermit mode forever. Like, we have to connect with people. It is who we are. We have to make connections. We have to connect with people. We have to like go on adventures. We have to keep in touch with a lot of people in our life, you know, for us to keep growing and evolving. And I feel like, you know, for you to get to that place is to like allow yourself to open up again, allow yourself to be available again. Maybe you have been very closed off as well with the Queen of Swords energy. I feel like most of you are not really like looking for love, or like ready for love to find you again. But Spirit is urging you to like, you know, there is a chance. There is so many opportunities out there, and you deserve the greatest love. But you need to be open to that idea of like welcoming love into your life, and be allowing, welcoming for these people to come in. Otherwise, if you brush them off every single time, if you're just going to turn away every single prospect, you know, like no one's gonna stay in your life. You have to allow people to like come into your life, even as a friend to begin with, even as an acquaintance to begin with. You have to allow people to come into your life. You have to allow like yourself to make connections, and perhaps not to expect too much from this connection, but you have to allow yourself to like connect with people again and like be out there and shine again, rather than looking back. Maybe some of you has been like looking back on a past situation, or like really ruminating in that place of like, you know, ruminating what could have or should have about a past situation. But Spirit is telling you that what is gone, and you have learned your lesson. And you know, you may have been ruminating for a while, and now is the time for you to like be open again. You know, maybe you've told yourself like, oh, I don't want love anymore because love sucks and it really hurts. While it does, like, loving people is who we inherently are. Like, by embracing our loving self, we're not cutting ourselves off from love. If you are going to cut off your ability to love, you're going to cut off the ability to also receive love. Even if you haven't been receiving love in the same way as you give out your love, you guys are bound to receive love in many different ways, you know. But if you cut yourself off from even giving a single piece of your love, you guys are not going to be able to receive love. So yeah, be open to love, and also trust that you are worthy of love, and keep embracing your loving self. Allow yourself to love again, to open your heart again. You know, if it doesn't come through from this person, it's going to come through from the next person. It's going to come through to you regardless, because you have put it out there, because you have put your love out there, because you're telling the universe that you are loving and you are deserving of love, and the universe will mirror that energy back to you. Maybe it's from this person, maybe it's from the next person, or even from your past person. But the universe is telling you to like be open to whatever is coming towards you. Allowing yourself to feel love again, and allowing yourself to like be open to the idea of love, you know, of reciprocity. And not condemning love that it's going to hurt, or it's going to like be negative, or like be very depressing in the end. Like, no, it doesn't have to be this way. So you just have to let go, I guess, of all your shields and all your guards, and learn to embrace. Okay, but take your time. Okay, I know self-healing is like a freaking long journey and will never be fully healed, but take your time to heal yourself, and know that there'll always be a person out there somewhere who loves you unconditionally. So, comment number 1, I'm sending you so much love here. I'd like to thank you and your guides and angels for being here with us today, and I hope that you have enjoyed your reading. Your likes and subscribes mean the absolute world to me, and I'm sending you all my love and light. Keep rocking the world like a star, like a beautiful, loving star. I believe in you guys. So until next time, embrace your loving self, and your love interest will come towards you. So, ciao! Hey there, Paltooth. If you chose the Labradorite heart and also the So Below deck, this is going to be your reading all about who your next love interest is. So first of all, we'll take a look at their overall energy, their vibe, and also what they're going through, what they're dealing with at this moment. So I may use your person or your love interest interchangeably. So just so you know, when I say it's your person, which means it's your next love interest. So first of all, they are child, nature, friendships with animals, communication with nature spirits. Love that. We have Avenger, desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. Cool. And then we have, number 24, the Rainbow Reviver. A lot of childlike energy here, a lot of like, yeah, very innocent kind of vibe here going on. We also have number 2, Taurus, cultivate. We have number 17, the Fates. Yeah, another child here. Oh my gosh, okay. We have number 23, all tied up. Right. We have hummingbird spirit, joy, number 22. And we have clarity. I feel like the person or your next love interest is very in touch with their inner child. Because there's a lot of childlike energy here, I do feel like this person's very like very innocent, very in touch with like the simple things, like the simple joy, or like the simple day-to-day things that makes them joyful. And I feel like they're not afraid to express that side of themselves, even if people think they are childish, even if people think they are not like mature, or like, why are you chewing bubble gums, or like, why are you like going to amusement park, or why are you doing this thing? It's not very mature, but I feel like they're just so simple at heart, and they enjoy like the childish things, and they're also in touch with like the nature and the animals, spirit animals around them. And I feel like they naturally like draw in a lot of animals. They may have a pet themselves, and also they just enjoy like the sensual pleasure, whether it is food or drinks, whether it is like a nice comfort place, whether it is just beautiful aesthetics, nice clothes, nice like colors. They're very connected to their inner child, like little things that makes them joyful, makes them happy. And they're not very hard to please. Sometimes if they are down, like a little chocolate or like, I don't know, a piece of candy may make them a day. May make their day, sorry. May like, turn their mood around. I feel like, or like just saying nice things to them, or like just, acknowledge their like talents and their strengths, and also like what they give. Like they're not hard to please, and I like that, like it's very simple, it's very really innocent. And I just feel like this person loves unconditionally as well. They may love like an, I don't want to say love like an animal, like how your pet, your dog, or your cat like loves you unconditionally. Like if you are their friend, if you are their family member, or a close one, they will love you unconditionally no matter what you do. Like even if you like, I don't know, even if you push their buttons, I feel like they still try their very best to accommodate you, try their very best to like understand where you are coming from. And they would never want to hurt their loved ones. And they hate to see people getting hurt. I feel like they just are very loving in general. And also with the Avenger here, like they're really not afraid to, you know, stand up for the weak. Like if they see people being bullied, like they're not afraid to stand up for them. And also some people may take their softness for granted. Like people may look at them like, you know, pile number 2, like the person looks really like, I don't know, cute and innocent and like, you know, like a little puppy dog. But like when you really push the button, when you step on their tail, they bite hard, you know, they really like retaliate. You don't want to mess with them. Pile number 2, like don't mess with pile number 2's person, because they, you know, they may have a very soft nature. They may be very like tender. They may be really cuddly, really bubbly. But when you really cross them, like by harming their loved one, I feel like they're going to bite you. They're gonna like, you know, raise hell. They're going to make sure you know not to mess with their loved ones. I feel like there's this extreme here. Like it's very endearing because they are very protective of their loved ones. And yeah, this person's also very grounded. Like even though they are childlike, they are innocent, with the Taurus energy, they are slow moving, they're very grounded. And it's I feel like they value partnerships. They value every single connection in their life. Like I see a lot of 2s in this reading. Like we have 2, we have 2, 23, 24. Like this person really values like connections. This person really values like who they are with. And I feel like they're just gonna give it all. Give it their all, like in regards to the connection that they're having. And they're prosperous. And you know, when somebody who is prosperous, they could still be stingy, or like they could still, you know, not give a lot even when they have a lot of money. And this person, I feel like even if they have $1, they're willing to give you $1. Like they're willing to give you so much of themselves. They're really generous. And they value joy over like materialistic things. You know, if you're in a connection with this person, they value like the emotions. They value the connections, and they're not afraid like to spend money to like cheer you up, to buy you flowers, buy you gifts. They will show you like so much of themselves. They're not afraid to spend the money. They're not afraid to spend whatever effort it is. If it is to make you happy, if it is to support you, I feel like they're just going to give you their all. It's like the star. It's like they are trying to manifest somebody into their life, but then I feel like with their current circumstances, it's kind of refraining them from achieving what they want, or like it's very restrictive. It does seem like whatever they are doing right now feels like very mundane, feels like they're not expanding or developing, and they really yearn for like some development, or like they really want to step outside of their comfort zone to like explore life. But right now I feel like either they're stuck in a day-to-day 9 to 5 job, or they're just stuck in this like repetitive cycle where they have to like constantly do the same thing over and over again. And I feel like this person is yearning for like some excitement in life, and also like really connect. I feel like they vibe really well in nature. They may do a lot of like exploring in nature. They may go on a lot of like road trips or like camping outdoor. They have a lot of like outdoor activities that they go to like distress themselves. And I just feel like they see where they want to go in the future, and they're really trying to manifest whoever, like it's you that they're trying to manifest. Obviously it's your romantic interest, but at the same time they're trying to manifest like a more delightful, more light-hearted life for themselves, and also like someone who really cherishes them with who they are. Because I really do feel like a lot of people take advantage of them, or just they don't know, like deep down this person has a lot to give, but they also want to receive, you know, at the same time. Of course they're self-sufficient, but I just feel like deep down they also want that level of love and care to be reciprocated. But it's kind of been a while since someone has shown them like pure love, and you know, I see like unconditional love. Yeah, I feel like this person's yearning for that like same amount of lightheartedness, same amount of like purity, same amount of innocence that sort of gets who they are, sort of like look at life the same way as they do. And sometimes I really doubt that this person would exist, you know, pile number 2. But I feel like you mirror them. Like you're very similar to this energy. Like you're very joyful, you're very loving and giving, and you connect with animals and nature really well as well. And I feel like once you guys meet, you kind of see eye to eye. Like, you know, this person has been what I've been trying to manifest all along, you know, and they will come to this epiphany as well. Like, I've been wishing and hoping and dreaming for this connection to like manifest. And even though I don't see it coming right now, because I feel like they are in this state where like everything's being very heavy on their shoulders, and I feel like there is a lot of responsibilities. Like there is a lot on their plate. They really want to get out of this, like, I guess, stagnancy. But because of their like responsible nature, because of their maturity, they have a lot to deal with. Even though they want to be joyful again, I feel like they only have like, you know, 1 or 2 days out of a month to really let loose, to really like show themselves and really have fun. So yeah, like this person is a pure gem. They really cherish everything on this planet, and they really they realize that we're all connected. I feel like this person's either pretty spiritual, or they're just like loving. They're just like, they're not egotistical. As we said before, they're willing to give whatever they have, like materialistically. It's not the materials that makes this person happy. It's like the connections. It's like the people, you know, the animal, the nature, their creativity. You know, it's those kind of like experiences, the connections that really fulfills this person's heart, rather than, you know, money, possession, fame, position, like job title, whatever it may be. Yeah, this person's very grounded and very humble, and they're willing to like take things slow, and they're willing to like build with you. And I do feel like they are kind of healing from a past situation, because this also reminds me of the star energy, which is about healing, about like mending their heart, even because with their sweet nature, they have been taken advantage before, and I feel like they are still trying to heal from the past experience, from whoever has taken advantage of them. But yet they are still willing to trust people, and they still continue to lead with their heart. You know, they're not the kind of person who's like, oh, screw this world, like I've been betrayed before, and now I'm never going to trust another person again. Like, they're not this kind of person. Even though they have been betrayed or like hurt before, I feel like they're still willing to trust people. They're still willing to like give up their heart, because they believe that there's true love out there waiting for them. Oh, that is so sweet, pile number 2. And I feel like they're very optimistic. Like, they're not someone who's going to give up, even though like shit happens, and like they're trying to mend their heart. They're trying to like heal their wounds, and I feel like they are trying their very best to hold on to like show up to life, and to try to be as optimistic as they could. And this is so beautiful. Oh, I feel like I'm going to cry, but it's really touching. It's really beautiful. Pile number 2. So right now, let's get into tarot, because we want to get their first impression of you, and also your first impression of them. Like, so you guys, first impression, and also other things that you may need to know in regards to this connection, this next love interest that you guys are going to meet. And we're also going to look at any sort of advice from spirit as well. But let's get into the first impression of you guys. First impression of you guys, and how things are going to unfold, or just things that you may need to know, so that you are kind of prepared for this connection. So for my lovely pile 2 spirit, what's the person's first impression of them? The love interest, the next love interest, first impression of them. The next love interest, first impression of them. For my pile 2. Okay, it's kind of like sideways, so I'll just keep it as upright. So we have the moon card. Your first impression. I can already sense like the confusion, because the moon is like something that is hidden and like confusing. And we have the sun here. Okay, this is so lovely, you guys. So their first impression of you is the moon, and then your first impression of them is the sun. How cool is that? Other things you may need to know in regards to this connection. And we have the devil reverse. Oh, love this. Advice from spirit. I can already tell this is like my favorite pile, like pile 2. Advice from spirit. We have the Emperor. Wow. And we have the King of Wands. Cool. Reverse. So there is a lot of major arcana here. Lots of major arcana. Let me just breathe and ground myself. This is definitely one of like the most significant connections in this lifetime for you, pile number 2. Okay, so with the moon card here, I feel like the first impression of you is like there's this level of like mysteriousness surrounding you. It's like they see you as someone who's too good to be true, or someone who's like out of this world. I know it sounds a little bit dramatic, but it is. Pile number 2. It feels like it's like the Neptunian energy here as well, like with the moon card, because it's ruled by Pisces, and like, and then Neptune rules Pisces. Anyway, so like a lot of like Neptunian, a lot of dreamy kind of vibe, and it does feel like they see you as their dream. Is like, how can a person like pile number 2 exist? Because I feel like we've talked about how innocent your person is, and also they're just like a child, but really connected with their inner self, really connected with the spiritual world. And I feel like they see you as someone who's also like very connected, and you guys are so deep, you know, with the moon card. You guys are deep, you guys are very dreamy, you guys are like basically ticks all their boxes, while at the same time there's this confusion there. It's like they're trying to find a flaw in you, or like they're trying to find like, is there a catch, you know? Like pile number 2 seems to like nice, easygoing. They are beautiful, they are like attractive, they're wonderful in person, they are like, you know, just very generous, very humble. Like inside out, I just feel this sense of almost like too good to be true. It's like, is this for real? I feel like this is the question that they may ask themselves when they meet you. Like, are they real? This is like my dream person, but are they real? And I feel like you guys are just going to be so gracefully like, you know, captivating, and I just, you have this like calming energy as well with the moon. It's like the divine feminine. It's like your calming energy really helps to calm this person down. And like, I see this person really enjoy being in the same space as you are. And this person really like enjoy your company. It just makes them feel very serene and calm and like peaceful. And also with the full moon energy, I feel like they may think to themselves that they have manifested you, which may be the case. I feel like we talked about how this person is like powerful manifester, or like they're just very spiritual, which may mean they are very good at manifesting. So they may think to themselves, oh, I've manifested pile number 2 into my life. It's so cool. And I just feel like they're going to feel very easy, very like at ease with you. It's like romantic as well. I feel like they feel their romantic side being summoned, you know, like when they are with you. Their first impression is like, this feels romantic, this feels, it's like, you know, like their heart pounding, and like there's butterflies, there's like this you know, it's not maybe it is a little bit love at first sight, but there's something more to it. They know deep down there's like a deeper connection between you two. It's more than just that physical, like, you know, love at first sight, but they recognize there is something more deep within. There is like this emotional attraction as well. They may see how graceful you are. They may feel like there's this physical but also emotional attraction. They are it's almost like they cannot describe their feeling towards you, but it makes them feel very comfortable, at ease, and they really are like uncontrollably drawn to you. And I just feel like you may leave them speechless. If they are, because usually if they talk a lot, but I don't think this person talks a lot, but still, this person's going to be kind of speechless when they see you. It's like you guys may be communicating in silence, and they're kind of like standing there and not knowing what to do, but all they know is just like, this is the person, like this is my dream person, but I don't know how to approach them. It's like, I don't know what I'm doing here, but like there's a lot of things going through their mind, and it's like so subconsciously, you know, like a lot of things happening on subconscious level. Wow. Okay, this is so cool. And then your first impression, like you guys, of them is the Sun card. You know, like you see this person as like your happily ever after, or like you see this person as someone who's also very confident, very bubbly, even though they may feel like overwhelmed by you, like deep down, but they don't show that on the surface, because like you see them on the surface as someone who's put together, as someone who is like out there, as someone who's like very confident in their own skin, they know what they're doing, they're also very optimistic, right? We talked about how optimistic they are. And yeah, basically the Sun is just like that optimism, that like confidence, like Leo alpha type energy, like is the leader kind of quality, and you feel captivated by this person's, like, you know, they may be hosting a gathering, or they may be like the leader on the team, or like they may be leading a conversation, and I feel like you guys are just captivated by this person's presence. They know how to like present themselves. They may be also dressed like meticulously, but I feel like it's their vibe that tickles your fancy. Is that the right word? It's, yeah, your first impression of them is like, this person makes me happy, and like I can tell I feel safe and secure around them, and it's just a lot of fun and joy. I feel like this person may crack a few jokes as well, or like this person may like try to be as lighthearted, but deep down they are like kind of messed up, you know. But this person knows how to, like, you know, present themselves as like confident, as charming, as like, you know, like they may not give you a lot of attention to, even though they're attracted to you. I feel like they're trying to like not to look at you too much, because like they are so attracted to you. They try to like divert their energy or their attention to somewhere else, so they're not like constantly like looking at you or thinking about you. Yeah, but I do feel like this person is like sociable. They carry themselves really well. They make a lot of people happy, you know, just by their like natural optimism, and you feel like you are being drawn towards them, like without them trying to, you know, trying to crack a joke, or trying to, I feel like they're just effortlessly you know, captivating and like charismatic. And also they may like know how to take care of their people as well. We talk about they can be like a really nice leader, or like a manager. They know how to take care of their people. They know how important it is to connect with people, like, and they really enjoy like heart to heart oh, excuse me, they really enjoy heart-to-heart conversation. And like they really cherish the time, like with their friends or like with their family. They may be with their team, you know, when you guys meet. But I do feel like you're being drawn towards them as well, just because of how fun they are, just because like they're just confident, they're just very like out there. They know who they are. And they're not like hiding in the corner. They just shine so brightly. It's like they're at the center of the stage, and it's like they're not trying to hide themselves. There's no like a tiny hint of doubt in their presence. But yeah, they're also very like drawn towards you, but you may not notice that, which is very cool. They may be extra loud as well when they like are around you. They may be super gregarious, like super like funny, and trying to, you know, crack even more jokes around you, and trying to like, you know, get close to you. But at the same time, they are, you know, laughing. They are like being very lighthearted. They're trying to not make this awkward between you two, which is quite nice. And they may just come towards you in a very friendly way, like asking you to join them, or like, you know, being curious about you. But I feel like, you know, you may not notice like they are interested in you. You may feel like, oh, they're just being really nice, like really, you know, loud and really bubbly. But deep down they are attracted towards you. Yeah, oh, that's definitely very interesting. Like with the sun and moon energy here. And I feel like you guys also see them as like very masculine. Like if you guys like resonate with, you know, you being more feminine and them being masculine. If not, just feel free to like flip the roles. But I do feel like you may see this person as more masculine than you are, and it just feels like you guys balance each other out quite well. Like if you are the more quieter type, or more the calming type, and they are the more like outgoing kind of type, and you'll just like realize like how well you guys balance each other out, like from the get-go. And it's just lightheartedness and fun, and it's like there's no serious, like it's not like you guys are trying to, you know, be weird or like be super flirty and weird about it. I just feel like it's just very friendly banter that is happening here, which is great. So yeah, any other things that you guys may need to know? So that is the devil reverse. um so I feel like this could be a very passionate connection. And I feel like this devil card is also like clarifying the King of Wands, because when I first saw this card, the King of Wands reverse, like damn, there's so much passion going on. And like it's not just passion, it's like, you know, the sexual tension, the intensity between you two is like so strong, is like burning and burning. And I feel like spirit here with the devil reverse is like telling you like, okay, pal number two, like you need to hold your horses, you know, like you need to be aware of what you're getting yourself into. Like this treat may look really like sweet, but you have to take your time. Like make sure you are ready for this, and make sure you weigh out all the pros and cons. Even though I feel like there's a lot of attraction between you two, you may like be tempted to kind of go ahead with it, but I feel like you guys need to like sort of take things slow, and also like knowing that this may be very tempting, but you need to, you know, know where this is going, or like just be extra cautious when it comes to doing the things you may regret later. You know, it's like eating an ice cream is like, it may be fun in the moment, but like, you know, you may be gaining a few kilos afterwards, or like you may feel sick afterwards. And I feel like it's the same here. Like, it may be fun in the moment, but think about what you guys are like getting yourselves into. And just be really careful when it comes to like, you know, the passion between you two, the chemistry, the attraction between you two. Spirit is just here telling you like to really weigh out the pros and cons, and to really look at like if you really want to do this, or if there is a time for you to like be more rational about it, and not I guess give in to your impulses. And try to know what's good for you. Like, if this person's offering you something not good, like, don't be afraid to reject it, you know? Like, if they are trying to offer like, oh, I just want, you know, friends with benefits, or like, I just want, you know, whatever it is, and if you're not aligned with it, then don't be afraid to reject it. But if you are, that's totally fine, right? Yeah. I just see this like as something that you may need to know. Like, this love interest may be really good on paper, but like, just, you know, really look at the undercurrent, or really look at like what they are offering. Or is this truly what you desire, or is it just like, you know, good for the moment, that kind of thing. And I feel like you need to like release some of the burdens too, like with the devil's energy. Like, if there's a certain expectation, or like if there is like a certain kind of I don't know, if you still carry some wounds within you, I feel like you have to learn to release them, whatever it may be. Let's say if you guys have hurt before, right, and you're still trying to mend your heart, or like you're still trying to like get back yourself together, you're still trying to love yourself. So keep doing that, and keep release your past. Maybe you feel like you've been controlled before in the past, and you're afraid of like being controlled again in the future. I feel like, yeah, Spirit is telling you to like release those things that may have happened in the past. Like, it doesn't mean that it will perpetuate in the future. Yeah, and just try to discern like, this is a brand new chapter for you. Whatever happened to you in the past, just let it stay there, and you don't have to like be so weary of those things happening again, reoccurring again. Like, it is now time to basically free yourselves from, you know, oh, like, this is too good to be true, or like, I'm not worthy of this, you know, those kind of limiting things, or like manipulative things that people may have said to you in the past. Like, they no longer serve a purpose. And I do feel like it's now time for you to like let go of those whatever limiting beliefs, self-talk, negative self-talk that didn't serve you. And there's just like, you know, mental shackles that you may want to break free from. So we also have the Emperor as far as in spirit. So, oh yeah, did we talk about all the signs? So we have, well, Pisces, right? And then we also have the Leo energy, we have Capricorn energy, and we have the Aries energy. Okay, and also the Emperor here talks about like being in your power, being like stable. I feel like the advice is to really keep focusing on yourself. I feel like you may be really attracted to this person, and of course this person is attracted to you as well. But I feel like for the advice for this relationship or this connection to work is to really focus on yourself and like get yourself like plan your life so that you know you are not constantly being occupied by this person, or like your mind is not constantly, you know, thinking about this person. I feel like you need to sort out your day-to-day like schedule. You need to be really diligent when it comes to time management, so that you can make this relationship work. You know, you don't want to spend too much time with them, so that you neglect your job. You also don't want to spend too little time. So I feel like finding that, you know, balance between like dating this person or like spending time with this person, and also like pampering yourself, also like attending to your business, to your job, is very crucial here. It is about like knowing that you still have a life to live, you know, like it's not because you have met this person all of a sudden your life have to revolve around this person. Like they're not the center of your life. You are still the center of your life. Pile number 2. And I feel like spirit is like kind of, yeah, reminding you that you are still like the master of your life. You're still in control of what you're doing, and continue to grow, continue to like spend time with on your hobby, spend time like with your friends. And if you have spare time, you know, like hang out with this person and start to build this connection slowly and steadily, instead of like giving all of your attention, you know, to this person at once, which may, you know, kind of push them away. To be honest, when we give a person so much of our attention and energy, it can be overwhelming, it can be suffocating to this person, and that may be pushing this person away, and you don't want that. So spirit is just saying like take it step by step, you know, little by little. Yes, there is chemistry, yes there's attraction, and yes, like you guys really like are a match for each other. Like you guys balance out each other really well, but at the same time you want to prioritize your life and also get your life sorted so that you guys are not, you know, revolving around this person, and also like kind of smothering them or like suffocating them in the process. And they would also admire like how powerful you are, like how self-sufficient you are. You know, like the emperor is like self-sufficient. They know that they are capable and they are like in command. They are in charge of the 4 kings, like they are the highest position, you know. So like I feel like your person will really admire your strength and also admire like your skills, when it comes to how capable you are and how confident you are just handling your life so, you know, awesomely. So yeah, oh, I really love this reading for you, pile number 2. That's cool. I'd like to thank you and your guides and angels for being here with us today. I hope you have enjoyed your reading. Your likes and subscribes mean the absolute world to me, and I'm sending you, oh, and your person, all of my love and light. Now keep rocking the world like a star, or like a moon in this case, and I believe in you guys. This is going to be an amazing union, so definitely let me know when you meet this person. I feel like it's just going to be one of those like unforgettable experiences in your life, so I'm very excited for you. So until next time, pal number 2, stay gorgeous, and I shall see you in the next one. Ciao. Hey there, pal 3. So if you chose this beautiful amethyst hexagon star, and this Pop Girls Tarot deck. This is going to be your reading all about your next love interest. So let's first of all take a look at your oracle cards. We're going to tap into your next love interest. What are they like and what they are going through and their surrounding energies. So first of all, to represent them, we have Warrior, strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will. Heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice in conquering the ego. Wow. Got a lot of strength energy in this card. We have the shapeshifter as well. Skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness. Ability to see the potential in everything. Wow. And then also notice how similar these colors are. We have number 8, dating. We have number 29, series, nurture. Wow. Number 48, poised. We have also number 40, co-create. We have number 17, action. We have the owl spirit with wisdom and 27. And we also have psychic abilities. Wow, a lot of major energy here with your person. Hopefully we can see everything first. Okay, cool. So yeah, first of all, with the warrior and shapeshifter, I really get the sense that like this person or your next love interest is going to be someone who is very like spiritually awakened, because we have like conquering the ego mind, and this person's also like sees things on different levels with the shapeshifter energy. I feel like this person is someone who notices like how ego can lead humans astray, and like can lead to a lot of destructive behaviors in human because of like how we judge others with our ego, or even when we judge ourselves with our ego mind. And also there's like this competitive thing going on. Is the ego mind trying to keep us safe, but at the same time it is like cutting ourselves from a lot of different people. And I feel like this person is like really trying to conquer, really trying to get out of that box of like having to rely on their mind to make decisions. I really feel like this person is someone who is going to gather the data, but also they're going to look at things at a very different lens as opposed to like a traditional kind of way when it comes to making decisions. They're kind of like eccentric, and they're also like thinking outside the box. I feel like they're quite quirky. Like they may have things that like a lot of people would be like, oh, you're actually interested in that, you know, like it could be their hobbies, or it could be things that like a lot of people would be, oh, like I don't, you know, I can't really see you as this kind of person. Like, you know, maybe they are like a meditative teacher or like a yoga teacher, or they are just you know, like environmentalist, or you know, but they don't look like it. Like they look like very masculine, like on the outside, like gender neutral, but like deep down I feel like they are very wise. They're very like awakened, like they know a lot of things that a lot of people don't. And I feel like it is because of the things that they may have experienced in the past, or they just been going within themselves a lot. Like they have been going within their heart or their mind, and they really confront themselves quite a lot. I see this person as someone who does a lot of self-reflection. They like to see how, like, where people come from. They like to know why people behave the way they do. And I feel like because of years of practice, or like because of the experience that they have accumulated, they have come to this realization that a lot of people, a lot of human beings are like operating from just the egotistical standpoint. And most of the time it really doesn't serve us. And by them trying to take that ego mind out of the equation, like, ego is not evil, like it is there to protect us, protect our body, because without it we won't be able to sense fear, or like we won't be able to survive. But I feel like this person just knows that they cannot rely so much on their ego mind just to make the day-to-day decisions. Sometimes they really go with their heart. Sometimes they really go with like how they feel about a certain object, or how they feel about a certain person. And I feel like they're not afraid to speak their mind if they see somebody who is like too materialistic, or I feel like they will call people out for being too maybe too harsh on others, or like maybe being too judgmental. Let's say if they see a person getting rejected because of their looks, or like because of their racial background, or where they're coming from, I feel like this person will not be afraid to like speak up, will not be afraid to fight for those people. And also, like, I see this person don't really give an F about like beauty standards, or having that traditional like attractiveness. Like, it isn't something that really catches them. I feel like they really see you as who you are. They really cherish your soul. They're going to be somebody who cherishes people's hearts rather than their looks. And I feel like they are very romantic deep within them. Obviously, they know how to impress people, but they really would like prefer to feel the connection on a spiritual level, on like a deeper level, rather than looking or judging a book by its cover. And I feel like when they meet you, what's captivating about you is going to be your heart. It is going to be like how you treat other people. It is going to be like how you carry yourself. It could be your demeanor. It could be your kind-heartedness. It could be your sweetness. It's not necessarily like your looks or your like body per se. I really feel like this person's going to be like attracted to people who are sweet and who are kind-hearted, and who has that sort of like nurturing and empathic qualities, because they have those qualities. Like, your person has those really nurturing, they like to look after their people, and they are going to be very, very protective of their people, especially their loved ones. So yeah, I feel like this person won't let any harm come to them, like come to their people, which is really sweet. And they're also like very optimistic. Even though I feel like they have seen a lot of like shitty people, a lot of shitty behavior, and even having to like withdraw or like shut out a few people, they continue to embrace this positive energy. They continue to believe and trust in the universe that it will bring like the kind people into their life. It's not like because they've been mistreated in the past that they shut down or like they refuse to trust others again. They have a very open heart. They are going to continue to like shine, to continue to like embrace what life throws at them, but at the same time they understand, you know, whatever shitty experience they might have been going through is just an experience. Like this person's really wise. I do see like with the owl spirit, and with the psychic abilities, like this person's so spiritual, so wise, even if they're not like what we called traditionally spiritual, like even if they don't like go to spiritual retreat or like, you know, meditation and yoga, they are just naturally got a very good sense of intuition, and they operate from a higher frequency. I feel like this person is like doesn't care about the material world so much, doesn't care about like if people are pretty or like about branding or like about the luxury experience. This person is going to value like wisdom, going to value your personality, going to value the human connections, as opposed to valuing those like materialistic things. And I feel like they're taking action towards like becoming a better version of themselves. This person is constantly growing, even though like I feel like they already have a lot going on on their plate. Like I feel like this person could be really dedicated to their job. They have like a lot of responsibilities, but yet they really know how to take care of themselves. They really like when it comes to, you know, dealing with their friends, dealing with their family, they're going to make sure they dedicate their energy and time for their loved ones, even though they have a lot on their plate. And I feel like they also see a lot of value in other people. It's like usually when we meet new acquaintances or when we meet new people, we kind of like judge them, you know, right? We kind of like subconsciously, you know, tell ourselves like, is this person trustworthy? Or like, you know, you're going to look for red flags, or like you're going to look for their flaws. But I feel like with this person, with your next love interest, they are the person who's always going to look for the good in the person, or like their strength, their kindness, you know, what makes this person shine, rather than the red flags, or like rather than the negative energy, rather than, you know, looking for flaws. You know, they are someone who really appreciates whatever the other people around them has to offer. So for example, like if someone comes into their life who is like kind of mean, or like who just, you know, wants to take advantage of them, but still they will look for the good in this person, you know. They will tell themselves that like, oh, this person actually like done something for me. Like they're still kind-hearted, even though they are stingy, or like they may be selfish. But I feel like, yeah, your love interest is someone who is really going to treasure like the good human qualities. Yeah, I think that's really sweet. Wow. And even though this person is really wise, as we said, like this person has a lot of experience, they're quite spiritual. I feel like they really lead with their heart. Like they really understand how like important emotions are when it comes to connecting with people, right? When it comes to a relationship, or when it comes to a situation, they really lead with their heart. yeah, and just like embracing all the higher energy, like they really have this like high vibrational energy where they trust that everything happens to them is for the betterment of themselves, and they're always embracing the higher frequency, which makes them mentally very strong, but also yeah, that really helps to like attract more amazing people into their life, even though there may have been like a few setbacks or a few like unpleasant experience that they may have had. And yeah, they have burned away like a lot of bridges, or like a lot of people like from their life, banishing all the negative people from their life in order to get to this place. But they continue to trust their heart, they continue to trust where the universe is guiding them. Yeah, so that makes them like a very very high vibrational, very positive kind of person. So, and I feel like you are going to mirror that energy. Like when you guys meet, you guys are going to be in the same frequency. You guys are going to be vibrating the same level, like fully enjoying your life and also like expecting the best to happen to you rather than expecting the worst, you know? Yeah, this person's definitely like very mentally strong and also like physically strong. I really see them as like, I don't know, very fiery. They may have fire placements like Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries energy. But this person is just so mentally strong because they have had so much experiences, and they're not easily triggered. In fact, they always like basically unstoppable when it comes to like other people's judgments, or like other people like, you know, gossiping behind them, or like trying to, you know, project onto them. Like they really don't take any sort of BS anymore. I feel like they have learned their lesson and they're not going to entertain any sort of BS around them. So yeah, woo, I love this person's energy, pile number 3. So right now, let's get into the tarot. We're going to look at their first impression about you, and also your first impression about them. And also any sort of things you might need to know in regards to the connection, and also any sort of advice you may want to have from spirit. So pile number 3, the first impression of pile number 3. So this person's first impression of pile number 3 is the 8 of Swords. And what about your first impression of this person? Pile number 3. Okay, we have 2 cards here. We have the 5 of Swords reverse, and we also have Justice reverse. So that's your impression towards them. Other things you may need to know. Oh, totally fell on the floor. We have the 2 of Swords, and advice from spirit as well in regards to this connection for pile 3. Too many cards. Let's try again. Advice from spirit. We have the 7 of Pentacles reverse, and back of the deck we have the Lovers. How beautiful. Okay, I hope you can see everything because I kind of have to move things. All good. So we shall start here with their first impression. But actually I'm quite drawn to this Lovers card. Because I feel like this is going to be I'd say it is challenging, but at the same time, it is very rewarding. Like, it's a soulmate connection. I feel like this is, there's going to be a lot of temptation. It's going to be like a lot of like challenges, a lot of like, you know, tumultuous times. Like, I see this connection is not like an easy ride for you two, but it is very rewarding because like, I feel like you both agreed upon, like when you came, like before you came to this planet, you both agreed upon that this is going to teach you guys a lot of lesson in regards to each other. And even though I feel like you guys may trigger each other from time to time, I feel like this is going to be very rewarding because you guys are both like leveling up and growing at the same time, and you guys like learn more about yourselves and themselves. And then I feel like you guys are going to come to a place where it's going to feel easier, even though I feel like the beginning is sort of like kind of rocky, kind of tumultuous. Yeah, let's get into it because we have the Eight of Swords here, which is like the first impression. This person is going to see you as like someone who is not very available, because I get this sense of like this person wants to get close to you, but like you don't seem very available because you guys are tied. You guys may be going through something rather drastic when you guys come together. And I feel like you are going to have to work out your emotions. You got pile 3, like you are going to have to work yourself out before you are ready for this connection. Maybe you guys are going through heartbreaks, or you guys will be going through tough times. But yeah, I see this period of time where you don't really feel like yourself. You're feeling a bit depressed. You may feel a little bit like fed up with life. You may feel a little bit disappointed. You may feel like you are not, you know, progressing in life. And maybe you've been like very patient and you've been putting in a lot of work, and life is just not going your way, or you're not seeing any of like your manifestations coming to you. And I feel like, yeah, when this person sees you, like they're going to feel like you're not available. You are dealing with a lot, and you are just having so much on your mind as well. So I feel like it's going to be like a hit and miss. Like you guys may still talk to each other, but there won't be a lot of sparks going on. Because I feel like this connection is meant to evolve and meant to grow, and not just like, you know, have a very passionate, you know, beginning and it just dies down. I feel like this is a connection where it will grow and evolve like over time. So in the initial stages, it's going to be kind of uncertain perhaps, or it just feels like you're not ready, you know, when you guys meet, when this person comes into your life, pile number 3. And they are going to be very hesitant as well to come towards you, because I feel like you will be kind of very defensive and kind of like still trying to heal your wounds, whatever you guys may be dealing with when you meet this person. But I feel like this person's going to be very respectful. This person's going to like, you know, allow space for you to heal, allow space for you to like work out your issues, your insecurities perhaps, or like your wounding, or whatever situation you guys may be dealing with. This person is going to allow space for you to like heal, to grow. They may still be lingering like in your like peripheral, but they won't be like in your face. They won't be trying to drag you out or anything like that. Interesting how much messages like we're getting, you know, from this card, because Yeah, I really do feel like this is going to be a very powerful connection, but yeah, I feel like both of you will have to work through a lot of like, you know, disappointments or a lot of disagreements, you know, between you two. Yeah, they may feel this, you know, connection is unstable as well when they first met you, or like you may not be emotionally stable. Like, not to say you're not, I shouldn't say like not emotionally stable. It's more like you're not, just you're not ready, you know, like pile number 3. Like, you may not be ready when you meet this person. You have a lot on your plate as well, like when you guys meet. Okay, let's move on from this energy. I want to talk about your first impression as well, because it does feel like when you lay eyes onto them, like you wouldn't see this person as your like potential love interest as well. Like, I perhaps you, when you meet this person, you probably may have been going through a heartbreak or going through someone leaving your life, and I feel like you're going to associate this person as someone who is going to be the same kind of person that you may have dealt with, that they may ultimately leave you, or like they are not going to be there for you when you need them. There won't be like reciprocity. You feel like this person is not going to be able to give you what you want, and so that I feel like you are also holding back from giving. Like, when you feel this person is not going to fulfill you, when you feel like this person is ultimately going to leave you or ultimately going to disappoint you, I feel like you are in this energy where you won't even try, or like you won't even go for it. Or I feel like you may be also feeling, you know, sick and tired of kind of meeting the same people over and over again. That's why you associate this person as someone who's also kind of the same, you know. You kind of thinking to yourself that, oh, I'm so stuck in this cycle, like meeting the same kind of people again, who's just like selfish. You know, you may see this person as someone who's just like into themselves, because this person didn't know how to take care of themselves. But yeah, you may feel like this person may be self-serving, may not be as generous as you want, or may not be able to reciprocate. So that is why you are like withholding your energy. You guys are like not really giving your all, or like just kind of brushing it off. I feel like you kind of see this person as someone who's not serious at all, who's just like, oh, I don't really care. Like, maybe you decide to have fun, or like maybe you decide to for it to be a very casual connection, but you really don't see like a long-term commitment, or like you don't really see any sort of solid ground with this person. Well, this is just your first impression, because we're only reading your first impression here, but I do feel like things will evolve and grow, but it does look like it's going to take a lot of effort from both of you in order for this to unfold, you know, beautifully. Because like overall, I feel like this is a very strong connection, no doubt. But then because you are very stuck in your head, when you guys meet, I feel like there's something for both of you to learn as well, you know, for you to get out of this situation, or like for this relationship to be able to beautifully blossom. You really need to get out of your head. And yeah, like the things you need to know with the Two of Swords here is like, you really need to get out of like perhaps living in the past, or like ruminating about what could have or should have, because I feel like you guys are like blindfolding yourself And like in the traditional justice, like, yeah, the person's being blindfolded as well. So like there's a lot of energy about you not seeing the truth, or like you're refusing to see what is in front of you. And because of that, because of you're not seeing the bigger picture, Spirit is urging you to like try to take a step back and try to really not live in the past, because we are meant to grow as a human. Whatever happened serves as a purpose, and that's it, you know, like it is to tell you that, you know, what you don't want, but it doesn't mean that you deserve to be treated that way. It doesn't mean that you are like meant to only receive that kind of negative experience, you know. And by you guys like really setting yourself free and really stop ruminating, or stop like tying yourself down and not giving yourself a second chance. I feel like you, Part 3, need to give yourself a second chance and to believe that love still exists and you can find it, and rather they will find you. But you have to let go of that self-limiting belief. You have to let go of that, you know, you can't really, you know, deserve love, or you don't, or you can't really, you know, find someone who can reciprocate the amount that you give. As we looked at this person, they are very loving, they're very kind, but when you meet them, you really don't see that part of them, because you're still living the past, or like you are still living in an illusion, kind of. And Spirit really wants you to get out of that illusion, really wants you to embrace what is to come and embrace what is in store for you in the future, because we are the master of our universe. Like cliche, I know, but it is so true. And you're constantly creating your own future. Like this is not going to dictate, you know, your future, like your life, how it's going to unfold. You are pile number 3, and you have the free will to let yourself be free and to let yourself receive love. But you have to believe it first. You have to believe that it's going to come towards you. And it is not an illusion. It's not a dream. And with the 7 of Pentacles, I feel like Spirit is asking you to really take your time. Like they understand healing journey takes time, especially a deep wound. Especially a wound that is kind of being perpetually inflicted and reinfected, and kind of it's going to take forever to heal, and they know that. And I feel like this person also knows that they cannot rush things with you. So I feel like Spirit is encouraging you to take all the time that you need, because the person who you're meant to be with is going to be really patient with you. They're going to be someone who's going to be there waiting for you. They're going to keep water their plants. They keep going to remind you to take good care of yourself. But you have to be the person who, you know, does the healing, because nobody can do our healing work for us. It is our healing that needs to, you know, we need to do it. That is why Spirit is encouraging you to do your own healing. Take all the time that you need to, you know, go within to heal yourself, to say goodbye to your old chapters, and to really allow yourself to be open again and trust that there is love out there waiting for you. And allow yourself to receive to the goodness, to the awesomeness of this world, and to, you know, really accept what is to come towards you. And it is definitely going to happen if you want it to be, Path 3, but at the same time you have to be open to it first. Like don't rush it. Spirit is saying don't rush healing, and don't rush like jumping into a relationship for the sake of healing or for the sake of getting over someone or like getting over a certain situation. Spirit really wants you to like take your time to know who you are, first of all, to know your own worth, to know how capable you are to this universe, and to know that like the person who's meant to be for you is going to appreciate you no matter what, no matter who you are, no matter how like messed up you may be. But at the same time, you have to believe in yourself. You have to be patient with yourself and not beat yourself up for feeling negative energy. You know, it is something that we all have to go through. No one can be like Mr. or Miss Positive forever. Like, it's bound to be ups and downs. Like, life is like legit a roller coaster. There's always great things that happen to us, but we cannot just push away negative emotions just because they are there. Instead, we should acknowledge that there's this contrasting experience. There's this negative emotion that we are dealing with, but we don't push it away. Instead, we are trying to be at peace with them, trying to accept them for what they are, and trying to be in solitude with this pain, with this disappointment or like neglect, whatever it may be that you are or you will be experiencing. Like, embrace those feelings, emotions, and know that it is okay to experience that. And once you're done healing, this person or this beautiful relationship can unfold organically, and you guys can progress and like build on top into this beautiful union, into this beautiful lover's energy. But you just have to like be patient with yourself and be patient with the unfolding, you know, and not trying to rush things. So yeah, I'm sending you so much love, power number 3. It's definitely not going to be easy. Like, I have to admit it, like, you know, going through negative emotions really sucks. But know that you're not alone. Know that a lot of people are dealing with the same, you know, situation or same kind of emotions. And feel free to like share your emotions openly, you know, and not really holding them in your heart space, but like really trying to release them and surrender them to the universe. Talk to like your loved ones, talk to your best friends, talk to the people whom you trust. And by, you know, communicating, by letting go of those thoughts, you know, you are reclaiming your power and you are allowing yourself to move forward. So power number 3, I'd like to thank you and your guides and angels for being here with us today. I hope you have enjoyed this reading. Your likes and subscribes mean the absolute world to me, and I'm sending you all of my love and light. I'm sure you are such a warrior as well. So keep rocking the world like a beautiful star, like a beautiful you, beautiful human being as you are. And I will see you in the next one. Stay strong. And I believe in you guys. Ciao.